Hi there. Lady Ember here. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Tips for a Magical Life. Today, we're talking about being aware of the snowball effect of your thinking and how it can screw up your world really, really quickly. Okay? And what you can do about it. Now, a peaceful technique for becoming more peaceful, actually, is to be aware of how quickly your negative and insecure thinking can spiral out of control. Have you ever noticed how uptight you feel when you're caught up in your thinking? And to top it off, the more absorbed you get in the details of whatever it is upsetting you, the worse that you feel. One thought leads to another, and yet another, and yet another, until at some point you become incredibly agitated. For example, you might wake up in the middle of the night and remember a phone call that needs to be made the following day. Then, rather, feeling relieved that you remembered such an important call, you start thinking about everything else you have to do tomorrow. I know I'm not alone in this. A lot of people do. You start rehearsing a probable conversation about your boss, getting yourself even more upset. Pretty soon you think to yourself, I can't believe how busy I truly am. Oh, I got to be making at least 50 phone calls tomorrow. Whose life is this anyway? I don't like it. And so on, and so on, and so on. Grumble, 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 grumble. And you get to feeling sorry for yourself and overwhelmed and frustrated. For many people, there's no limit to how long this type of thought attack can go on. In fact, I've been told by my clients that many of their days and nights are spent in this type of mental rehearsal. Needless to say, it's impossible to feel peaceful with your head full of concerns and annoyances about your life. The solution is to notice what's happening in your head before your thoughts have a chance to build any momentum. The sooner you catch yourself in the act of building your momentum and that mental snowball, the easier it is to stop. In our example that I used here, you might notice your snowball thinking right when you start running through the list of what you have to do the next day. Then instead of obsessing on your upcoming day, you simply say to yourself, oh, there I go again. I got to get some sleep. And consciously nip it in the bud. Roll over and go back to sleep. Okay. We've all had those thoughts at 3 a.m. in the morning that wake us up. Okay. If you're already awake, you're not going to sleep, and you get one of those thoughts, just simply say, there I go again. Change your thought patterns. Do something else. Focus on it. Okay? This stops your train of thought before it actually has a chance to get going. You can then focus not on how overwhelmed you might be, but on how grateful you are for remembering that phone call that needed to be made. Look, if it is in the middle of the night, just keep a pen and paper next to your bed. Write it down. Go back to bed. Okay? It works. Trust me, I do this. My clients used to do this. It helps settle your mind and ease you back into sleep. You may indeed be a very busy person, but remember that filling your head with thoughts of how overwhelmed you are only exasperates the problem by making you feel even more stressed than you already do. Try this simple little exercise every day for a week. Start the next time you begin to obsess on your schedule. Record your efforts and what happens, your thoughts, in your journal. You're going to be amazed by the results. Until next time, love and light, peace and progress. Lady Ember out.